All of our 2025 harvest videos are proudly mid-rail and free thanks to the support from Waterboy solar water pumps and GLT aluminium tipper trailers. Well, we're out here checking out the action. It's all happening here. Thank you for that, you bastard. There's a hole there. Welcome back to the Rain Grain YouTube channel. We are finally done at our Erindale block. We're going to be rocking on through to back to home. Got some irrigated barley we're going to harvest today, so we'll see what it's going to yield. Hoping for anywhere around 7 to 8 tonne, maybe more if we're lucky. So gonna rock back there. We've got the crew in tow here. We're in the lead header here. Jimmy's in pilot. Joe, Thomas, Elise, and Chappie's in the back doing the oversized pilot. So let's get on with it. Get out this tight little gateway here first. Well, we made it out anyway. I wasn't gonna film that because it needed all my wits. But yeah, barley's nearly over. So the barley's probably represents 40% of our operation, I guess. So we're cracking along pretty well. Get this finished, roll in the canola, and that'll keep us entertained for another week or two. Well, we're into it. The irrigated barley, as you see, is pretty green on these runs. I'm not overly keen on that. Moisture is a little bit high. Sometimes it's 11 to 12, sometimes it's 14 to 15, so I'm going to need a sample, but it's a decent yield anyway. I'm not sure how accurate that is, but it would be pretty accurate, I would imagine. We haven't had any irrigated barley for a little while because it sort of runs into competition with corn, but yeah, this is looking pretty handy so far. Anyway, you get a 10 tonne crop's pretty good. Doesn't look much thicker than what we've been harvesting, so it just goes to show how these plants can scavenge and utilise moisture to really pump themselves up. Look at the grain, it's just solid grain all around. I'm going to have a bit of a look at the sample, I think. Otherwise we could run into some high moisture before we ever get going. It doesn't look great. That looks terrible. The moisture is averaging 12.7 on the harvest lab. We'll see how accurate that is when it gets up there, and along with the protein. I think it's going to be too many green seeds, if anything, so we're going to have to leave this and go on the canola, which is it's a bit of a shame because it's 60 hectares, but what can you do? You just got to do what you got to do. Yeah. Anyway, I'm just going to harvest this piece of barley here. It's dryland barley, so you shouldn't have too many issues, and get it banged off and out of the way. But the yield was promising, so that's a good start. That's always a good start. Looks certainly solid enough. Bad for it. Went to 2 or 3 waterings. Can't remember now. 2, I think. 2 waterings. Probably took a meg each time. So you need to take $500 off your gross margin straight away. But if you picked up 5 tonne of the hectare or 4 tonne of the hectare, $300 a hectare, it's easy money. Worth watering all day of the week. It's good to have that option. Some people don't have that option. She's a stark contrast to this stuff. We're going 2 ton. She's got a very patchy strike, and on grey ground, nothing good going on for this particular small piece. Luckily it's only about 5 hectares here, but yeah, I'm glad it's not all like that. Just add water, eh? Just add water. I wonder how the canola's going to perform. I've been wondering that for 2 weeks. Looks like we're full. Hey, look, my camera's come back. Fantastic. For some reason my cameras have been just glitching. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Well, that's the end of that front for a little while. We're going to go hook onto the canola front, clean all this header out, and go smash some windrows. We're just going to pick on our irrigated stuff first. It's been windrowed for nearly 3 weeks now. Just going to punch it in, get it out of the way so we can start putting the corn in behind it. So that's first job off the rank here. But yeah, we're just going to get changed over with grains, which takes a little bit. Anyway, we'll smash it out and we'll be into it again. Well, I'm doing a useless job of filming anything as per usual, but we've got our canola front here on here. I'm just going to go and blow out the tank because there's still a little bit of barley in there. So I'm going to go and do that with this little blow here. And then we can go and hop into the canola.
Beautiful girls all over the world I could be chasing, but my time would be wasted. They got nothing on you, baby. Nothing on you, baby. They might say hi, and I might say hey, but you shouldn't worry about what they say, 'cause they got nothing on you, baby.
Yeah.
Nothing on you.
Nothing on you, babe. Nothing on you. I know you feel where I'm coming from, regardless of the things in my past that I've done. Most of it really was for the hell of the fun. On a carousel, so around I spun. With no direction, just trying to get some. Trying to chase skirts, living in the summer sun. And so I lost more than I had ever won. And honestly, I ended up with none. There's so much nonsense that's on my conscience. I'm thinking maybe I should get it out. And I don't wanna sound redundant, but I was wondering if there was something that you wanna know. But never mind that, we should let it go. Cause we don't wanna be a TV episode. And all the bad thoughts, just let them go. Go.
Beautiful girl.
Alright, bit of a quick recap here, guys. Yesterday we got these things going in canola. I didn't film any of it because, to be honest with you, I had my hands full. Everyone had their hands full. I was teaching Thomas how to drive this header, all sorts of stuff. So, bit of a recap. This 100 hectares worth of irrigated canola from the lateral, we knocked it over yesterday. It was it yielded quite well. I think it was around 3 ton. I'd have to go and have a decent look at the figures, but that's about what it was averaging. I spent most of my day yesterday dropping trays, just trying to get the losses right in them. We got them pretty good in the end. In fact, I still think they're pretty good. I was dropping them all the way up till about 10 or 11 o'clock last night, just to be sure that we were doing the right thing, because we sort of went from this paddock over here, which is 3 ton, into this paddock, which is going about 1.5, so 1.8. It's got an average for this morning. So yeah, we dropped a bunch of trays, making sure that they're all right. Found that we needed to have the top sieve fairly wide open and the bottom sieve fairly well closed, and it seems to be working all right so far. It comes and goes, the yield comes and goes, and just cracking along here now. Just got going for the morning. I barely did any filming yesterday. I was just too busy. But we're doing 20 ton an hour here at 7 kilometres. Got a little bit of loss there at the moment. Just need to work on things, make sure it's all right. When the yield's there, you tend to see more loss. So just got to work on that. As I said, I had Thomas in here yesterday, just trying to teach him, and we got it pretty good. But yeah, we got a bit more learning to do today. So you can come and watch along here. It's very dusty. It's very dry and overripe out there. It's yeah, I think we just try and bash these windrows out pretty quick, and then have a go with the direct heading across the road there at some point too. It's supposed to get real windy today, like really windy beyond use. I think we will get a harvest ban, so we'll just have to deal with that and spend that time doing a little bit of maintenance that we've been neglecting. I think will be the best option. With all this wind coming today, I really wonder whether we should have started in the direct heading, but I didn't really know it was coming, and then suddenly it's like, oh, it's going to be windy as hell. It's like, oh, great. Anyway, we'll see what happens. It's not over until the fat lady sings, as they say. Well, I've seen plenty of these days just end up being normal bloody days anyway, so we'll see what happens. But I think with time again, I probably should have gone and started in one of them and bashed a fair few hectares out quick. But anyway, to be honest with you, there's 200 hectares up there. You know, I think it would probably be not that big a loss. Like, it looks like it's a ton, maybe 1.2 ton crop. If you lose 20% of it, it's 200 kilos. It's not the end of the world, but you know, I think play again. We should have started in some of this direct heading and stuff. But anyway, we've smashed at least 100, 120, 130 hectares already, and we took a while to get going yesterday. I had a breakdown as well, so some of you may not have seen a canola pickup front before. They're not only for canolas, you can windrow anything. We have done barley in the past with it, just trying to get the barley to ripen. You chop it and drop it in a row. You can pick those up with it. That's common in the States. Use it for ryegrass, all sorts of weird stuff for picking up. Odd windrows here and there, just different rows. This is a John Deere branded one. I like the John Deere brand ones because they've got sensors on the side to follow the ground. I really do like that. Apparently, I think Nuckies do the same thing now. They also seem to be a pretty good front. We've had one of those on our red headers before. But yeah, pick your brand. There's plenty of people make them, but it's a bit of a unique thing. Not a bit of a unique thing. I get a little bit of a feeling that the Americans don't do this nearly as much as we do, but at the same time I still think they do a fair bit of it, so just unsure. The windrowing's a bit of a niche thing, but yeah. Other things I like about this front is windscreen does a good job. Looks like it's just sitting a bunch of trash up on there, because it is, but at the end of the day, it's designed to stop all the grain flicking up out of there, so that's what its main job is, and it seems to be doing. It does a very good job of that. It's not overly good in light windrows, I will admit. It sort of bunches up there a little bit before it feeds in, but these windrows are still feeding pretty good actually, which surprises me. Usually the light fluffy ones are a little bit of a problem for it, but you really got to be hooking along sort of plus 10 k's. These are 45 foot windrows, so 7 to 8 k's is about where the machine seems to be happy. Hooking along about 11 k's here now, trying to take this row in and going, why am I going so fast in this row? Turns out we've got a half row here. I couldn't figure out why I was speeding along so quick. Still get nothing out the back. First unload for the day. Well, second actually. I already unloaded once, but first one on the run, so that's good. Few and far between the unloads out here. Geez, I do love this new system on the X9 for the monitoring your foreign material or matter other than grain. It is very handy. So that you can see it in the camera, you can see when it's good and see when it's bad, but having that numerical figure, it seems to be reasonably accurate. As we're just running out here, I'll just have a look at the sample. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. That 4 is about the limit. You wouldn't want to go much more, but that's pretty good. Most of it's black. Here comes our other steed here. Jimmy's got her act up there by the looks of it. see how you go with this first of our automated turns here, and around we go eventually. Yeah, it's pretty good. A little bit long. I have to adjust my boundary a little bit, and we're back on line. It's not bad. So we just can go in here, go to applications. You can go into fields and boundaries and just adjust the amount it needs to start its turn. So I'll go to 25 and see what that does. Save. I think 25 is pretty good for everything. I was using 25 on the 50-foot fronts. I was doing a bit better job. Now with these, I think there must be, I'm trying to think if there's 2 or 3 headlands on this. I'm pretty sure there's only 2, which makes it a bit odd, but anyway. So 2 45 foots is like, what's that, 26.5 meters, and I had that set to 20. Hoofing along here pretty quick now, doing 10 kilometers and still pretty reasonable losses. Pretty happy with that. Yields down a bit, we're only doing sort of that 15 to 18 tonne per hour, somewhere around that. So a little bit slower than I'd like, but to be honest with you, the front's pretty much maxed out here. She's bowling up pretty badly. It is feeding, but it's bowling. 10k is pretty good. A little bit of chaff in there, but the sample itself looks clean as hell, so I'm really sure why it looks so bad on the foreign material, but it looks pretty bad in that little camera there. It's probably half its problem. I got Trent from Hutchin and Pierce here. He's out there doing a bunch more drop trays because this is just the day he lined himself up to come, and he's finding very little out there. They'll get 1.5% loss in the centre and like 0.15% loss on the side, so it's all going pretty well. He keeps dropping them, so we'll just see what's going on there. Trying to get the spread width right. We've got a fair wind from the side here at the moment, so it's sort of not really spreading even. You sort of can't see that. I can see it in the mirror, but yeah, it's going that way. So just getting a few messages from Trendy now. He's got 20 on the first tray on the eastern side of the windrow, and then 14 on that tray, which was on the eastern side of the windrow a bit further out. That's the seed count. You plug it into the app, it's nothing. There's bugger all there. It's really good, coming out really good. And when I went over the top of his trays, then I was actually well north of 20 tonne per hour. So things are looking pretty handy for this particular variety on this particular day in this particular conditions. Who knows what I'll do the rest of the time. We're running a monstrous split on this thing here at the moment. It's 25 concave, 26 on the top sieve and 6 on the bottom, and still only 38% tailing, so it is a monstrous split. Got 880 fan as well. It's handling it, doing everything exactly how it's supposed to be working. It would seem to me that this year the big split seems to be the winner. Top sieve open, bottom sieve closed to control the sample. Get that refresher doing its job. Well, that's all she wrote for this day, I think. She's blowing a good 30 to 40 kilometres an hour out there. It's a cold stock. Good 30 to 40 k's an hour. We're in Canola, so there's not too much fire danger, but better to be safe than sorry, so we're going to knock off. It's relatively cool out there. It's only like 23 degrees. It's just a front come through. Once it clears up, we'll be able to continue on, but I think it's going to get worse before it gets any better, so we're just going to go and find some other jobs to do for the day. I was just doing a sample in that paddock to see if it was going to be right to go, and it surely is. It's I'll talk a bit more about that paddock when we get over there next, probably in the next video, because it's the one we've been looking at all year. Yeah, alright, we'll go and find something else to do.